The new era of F1 has begun with a disaster. While Ferrari is breaking records for beauty and Mercedes is already lapping in the rain, Williams is officially waving the white flag. Who else will miss testing, and why are fans furious over Hamilton's new form? Let's break down all the madness of the first week of 2026 right now. The week began with the unveiling of the new Haas F1 team livery. Haas F1 unveiled the VF-26, its new car, which Esteban Ocon and Oliver Bearman will race in 2026. The team emphasizes that it features a bold design and dynamic new livery, though it's logical that the color scheme remains the same, dominated by white and black with measured touches of red. On Tuesday, the main news was the presentation of Audi and the engine testing at Racing Bulls. Audi has entered the game with a dash of German panache. Fan reaction? It's a 50-50 split. On the one hand, the R26 livery looks like something from the future, aggressive, expensive, and highly technological. On the other, many grumble that we've been seeing this design at every show for 2 years now, and the Germans haven't had the courage to surprise us with anything truly new. But one thing is certain. The 4 rings on the track are something we'll all have to get used to. On Tuesday, the Racing Bulls team's new car completed its first kilometers on the Imola racetrack. The Italian team was working on so-called demonstration runs, which according to the regulations are permitted solely for marketing or demonstration purposes and are limited to a maximum of 15 kilometers. January 21. 2026. Alpine conducted private testing in Barcelona. The A525 was driven not only by the team's main drivers, Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto, but also by reserve driver Paul Aron. For Alpine, these were a kind of wake-up test designed to help the drivers, mechanics, and engineers get back into shape after the winter break. Thursday's top news is Mercedes W17 unveiling and W17 testing its Silverstone. The new W17 has received an updated livery. As emphasized in the Mercedes press release, the new livery boldly expresses individuality and evolution. The dynamic Petronas green line is the central design element, flowing smoothly down the body to emphasize speed and precision, while harmonizing with the transition from the iconic Mercedes silver to the deep black of the team. Almost immediately afterward, the team began testing the car at Silverstone. The track weather leaves much to be desired, cloudy and rainy, but this isn't stopping Mercedes from assessing the performance of all systems and filming footage for a promotional video. Full-scale testing of the W17 will begin next week in Barcelona. Friday was marked by the demonstration and testing of the Ferrari car. Ferrari's presentation was record-breakingly short. The team showed a short computer-animated video clip and published a press release about the new SF-26. This is the 72nd Formula One car built in Maranello, and it was developed in accordance with the 2026 technical regulations, which, according to the release, requires a complete rethinking of the car's architecture. Ferrari emphasizes that special attention was paid to weight reduction and increased efficiency, as these were the goals set by the authors of the new regulations. Among other things, Formula One is switching to a new generation of power units which feature a more powerful hybrid system. The Williams team confirmed it will miss the first test, which will take place in Barcelona from January 26th to 30. The official reason for the absence is delays in work on the FW48 project. Unofficially, this means the team is experiencing problems passing mandatory FIA crash tests. The first tests of the year will begin at the Barcelona circuit on January 26th, and of course, everything is already ready, according to the Catalan Circuit's press service. Furthermore, they solemnly proclaim that this event marks the beginning of a new era for Formula One. And this is indeed the case, as the new generation cars will undergo their first test on a real track in the next 5 days. However, these tests will be held behind closed doors. Neither the press nor the public will be allowed to attend, and their official name is the Barcelona Shakedown, meaning initial testing in Barcelona. Some teams, such as Mercedes, have already reported that their road trains with new cars and all the necessary equipment are already on their way to Barcelona. However, it's important to remember that since the tests are private, the teams themselves decide whether to participate and how to operate during them. It is already known that Ferrari, McLaren, and Aston Martin will miss the first day of testing, and this is absolutely normal, since out of 5 days, each team is allowed to work on the track only 3 at their choice.